What's going on, folks? I am Goat. Welcome back to Warframe. Why are we looking at the Braton Prime with an Incarnon instead of the Braton Vandal? Well, simple. Still, the circuit always wants to put the highest tiered weapon up there. So even though the Braton Vandal is statistically better, the Braton, if you own the Braton Vandal and the Prime, it's going to put the Prime up there. So then you're going to be like, well, piss. Anyway. I think that's kind of silly. I think like the top tier damage weapon would be the thing that they would want to put up there, but you know, I mean, maybe it's just an easier algorithm. Who knows? Excuse me. So we're going to talk about the Braton Prime, and then in the next video, we're going to talk about the Lotto Vandal. Ortis, dude, you are all up in my shit right now, man. You're not even talking about, you're blocking my view. Fuck on. So anyway, I do have a riven for both these weapons. Be aware of that. We will discuss kind of how to get around that. Okay. So, evolution with this one. This particular weapon I have on Hildren, and I have on Banshee, and I have Gloom on Banshee, so this is why I chose this one with the channeled ability active. So, it's alright, you know, it's okay. Just a little more stank on it, you know. Anyway, so the next one. Increase accuracy and reduce recoil by 60%. Cool, like that. And then just generally, fuck you crit. Right? Nothing like superb, nothing that's gonna blow your goddamn mind, but hey, you know what? Critical damage CC and CD increases are never bad when you're trying to build for that. So, the build. So, you can see I've got scoped crit. That is a build that we're going to talk about, but basically in this sense, this is what I have been using, okay? Now, without a riven. Basically excuse me, I bumped my mouse here. Stick hammer shot where the riven is and run this build. It's just destructive as fuck. Now, as far as the arcane goes, you can run deadhead on here. It's really not a huge deal. But considering reload time does come into play in regards to the Incarnon transition, so changing it from, you know, basic form to Incarnon mode, reload time actually is an attributing factor to that, so which is why I run Merciless on this. Now, on the Lotto, I do not, but on this, I do. Because it's a fully automatic weapon, I just find that it, you know, it keeps up with the stacks just fine. But basically, if you don't have a riven for this weapon, just run this build. Now, granted, yes, this does show 9 forma. I do want to express the fact that this shows 9 fucking forma. I can also promise you that you don't need 9 goddamn forma. Now, if I remember correctly, this was a Materai? I could be incorrect, but I believe this was a Materai, which is why there's 9 forma in this damn thing. Because it was 8 forma until I got the riven for it. Now, the riven in itself is 166.4 status duration, percent, 220.4% critical chance, and then a minus 25.2 to infested, and we don't really give a fuck about that because the infested are basically meat bags that die easy, so we don't care. But, again, 100 munitions in the place of this, and it will trigger like a son of a bitch because this thing's going to crit its dick off. Now, we're not going to look at that build, though, but I did want to share that, okay? Now, this build, and you know, granted, okay, again, you know, I could run vigilante supplies over here. There's no need. Okay, this is more than enough to just cause pure chaos. So my riven build is this, and yes, I know, hammer shot. There's going to be somebody that says something about hammer shot. You know what, when I can get more status chance on something that's not built for status chance whatsoever, I'm okay with it. A little more, you know, kind of fits into the whole status duration. If I can at least get a status effect on some of that duration is going to be highly increased. And then, of course, more importantly, critical damage on top of having vital sense. 180% fucking critical damage. Let's not be mad about that one, okay? But again, you do you. Whatever works for you, man. Y'all do it, okay? So, the front end function of this gun, even running prime cryo rounds and infected clip, very low base damage, as you would expect with the Braton Prime, because it's kind of a poop primary weapon. But with the critical increase and the riven, 156.1% critical chance, 6.2 multiplier, and a kind of lowly 46.8 status chance. And that's fine, and the status is literally almost solely coming from fucking hammer shot. The Incarnon form is where this thing gets very hilarious, because first of all, can we all just take a moment of giggle and look at the accuracy being at 500? Like, apparently you just cannot miss. Right, whatever. Fire rate is slower at 4.53 with a max charge of 200. Multi-shot is what it is. I mean, hey, look, multi-shot. Guess where we got it from? Multi-shot of 1.8. That is obviously from galvanized chamber. It stacks. And then we get down to the normal numbers before we even get into the radial. We're looking at 249.8 critical chance with a 9 multiplier and 54% status. Still low numbers, but with that much critical, it's going to do some shit. And then it has a 3-meter range with a 10% fall off. And again, exact same numbers. That's fine. Now, I'm going to answer a thing here, okay? Because I do get questions about why do I go with viral so much, or why do I go with heat viral? Simple truth of it is that unless you're running higher level stuff, and yes, the steel path circuit does apply, but you're also dealing with decrees on the steel path circuit. So if you choose the proper decrees, having a viral build isn't really going to hurt you, because it's just going to, depending on the decrees that you choose, you're going to be stacking extra damage or more critical damage or so on and so forth. Or more upfront damage on the first shot in a magazine, so on like that. So, I mean, viral is a very, very potent and powerful combo element to put on a weapon. It's kind of like viral is king up to about level 300 to 350. And again, I'm a casual player. Now, I'm not above going into the level 2000 range, 2500 range. I'm absolutely not. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it in the world. Most of my builds for my regular play frames can absolutely handle it without question. But I honestly don't have patience to sit for more than a couple of fucking hours doing the same mission. Now, something like Deviri, you're running around doing a bunch of different things, and you've got a big wide area that you're running around into where, like if you're doing like level cap, for example, you're kind of stuck in one particular area and you're just kind of doing this thing. Now, usually level cap players are more often than not like either the Void Cascade mission, disruptions. I've seen a few do it on survival, but keeping survival going that long with the drop rate of life support is pretty rough. Yeah, disruption is usually the most popular because it just rapidly climbs. But if you're doing level cap, you're not going to be building quite like this. You're going to be building with like faction damage mods and more specific factional damages. So like if you're fighting, level cap, Corpus, you're probably going to be going with like a mag toxin build, most likely, plus a faction damage mod. If you're going against, Grenier or the either version of the Grenier, you're going to be doing probably corrosive and heat. Excuse me. And so on, I think. Yeah. So, but either way, it's just just my thoughts here. I build for casual gameplay, okay? That's just what I do. So anyway, long spiel over. We'll go into the Lotto in the next video, but for now, we're going to look at the Braton Prime. Now again, this thing was a much higher status-based weapon than it was crit, and with the Incarnon side just saying, hey, want a little bit of that crit? And then me getting a riven, and it rolled for crit. How am I going to say no to that, Like, hey, you want to do red crits, or you want to stat proc everything and hope it fucking kills shit?
Trust in your training.
Like, really? Are we even going to think about that?
Life support.
Okay, let's come over here and sit in my my perch.
Hold on.
And then let's go make friends.
Life support.
Really? Y'all bitches just want to turn around on me? Here, fuck you. Peace load. Okay, so let's just enjoy this first of all. Just trigger tab it. The radial attack's fun. They start doing the hula. Good times. So, here's the full auto. He's kind of doing the wave, huh? I guess. Now, I can tell you, with the scoped or sighted build using galvanized scope and bladed rounds, you're going to get this kind of performance. Okay, without question. No riven, you're going to get this kind of level of just ridiculous performance. So don't trip if you ain't got a riven. Just go get galvanized scope and blade rounds. It'll be a good time. Oh, see, I see an Xmas. Fuck you. Thanks, buddy. Those tankier enemies, man, they can take more of a beating, so you can usually get your Incarnon charge just off of them. Oh man, Argon. What would I do without Argon? Does anybody ever notice in this game, like, when you need Argon, shit just don't want to drop? Excuse me, what was that? About no. Oh, we got balcony riders up here? Yes. Bitches just want to hang out on the balcony. Now you'll notice, I just shoot the ground. Still hits them.
Life support on the way.
Some good times right there. Excuse me. Thanks. Appreciate you for topping off my Incarnon mode. Fucking shield drone. Get out of here. Soul my roll. 30-second warning. Oh my god, is nobody dropping life support? See, this is why a lot of people don't do level cap off of survival.
Additional life support.
You're sitting there murdering like a motherfucker, and life support just don't want to drop.
Life support activated.
Oh, fellas, I'm coming back.
Life support has been replenished.
We're here to play. We're here to play and have a good time. Or like watch you die. Now what's funny is that, like, you can see the damage numbers aren't like spectacular. Most are in the 4 to 5 digit range. Now, once in a blue moon you'll see a 3-digit. Man, really, do we really need more Argon? See a shield drone. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, die. Yeah, occasionally you'll see a nice little 3-digit number kill. No. Stop that. But for the most part, that's just really kind of not in the cards. Did I hear an arson Xmas over here? I do see another shield drone. Fuck you! Sorry. And another one. Fuck you, fuck you. Here, hold on. Fellas, I need my charge, please. Cool. Misery. But no. Can't even see him. There he is.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
I mean, like, bitch, would you get the fuck off me? Seriously? Your breath smells funny. Go away. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, it works perfectly fine. And again, like with the, you know, with that sighted scope build, you basically just sight in, kill a motherfucker with a headshot, and then just aim high, let the headshots hit, and the, you know, the stacks will just keep stacking and resetting, and it's a good fucking time. It's like the only quirk to running that scope build is that you do really need to try to maintain headshots, but that's about it.
Critical life support.
Sorry,
levels.
I'm having
Extraction is your best option.
issues with those damn drones. I had a bug where one of those drones was shielding an acolyte. Okay, I was doing a test with the Furax Incarnon, and yeah, I was quite irritated trying to melee a shielded armored acolyte. It's kind of annoying. And the drone was damage immune, by the way. Hence why I was annoyed. I haven't run into damage immune enemies in a while. So as far as the Braton Vandal, or I'm sorry, the Braton Prime Incarnon, yeah, it's good enough. It's definitely good enough. Running galvanized scope and bladed rounds will do basically the same thing that my riven does. Now, granted, with my riven and losing 100 munitions, but with my riven running galvanized scope and bladed rounds, it's just simply stupid. But it's absolutely unnecessary. You don't need it. So it is high investment. That is the big entailing problem with the Braton, is that it is a very high investment build. You're talking basically, 8 forma to make it good. So you take into the high investment, take into the fact that if you don't have bladed rounds, then you're going to have to go farm it. But aside from that, it's a good time. So yeah, folks, thanks very much for watching. As always, we'll catch you in the next one. All right.